What if I told you you're not the only one that's suffering because you was raised in a dysfunctional household? What if I told you you're not the only one who feels like an outcast because you broke the generation curse? What if I told you that you are being isolated from family members because you chose a different path to go your own way? Hi, I'm the Enlightened One, aka God's Child, and welcome to my channel. I want to give everyone out there worldwide a quick shout out from the East Coast, West Coast of the US of A. Peace and blessings, peace and blessings, peace and blessings, peace and blessings. I am sitting in my car on a nippy, rainy day. It's raining in Chicago, as you can see. You can hear the raindrops falling. You know what I'm saying? Okay. You're an adult, but there's no balance in your life. You feel empty because you want a relationship with your family, with your parents. But yet, the harder you try, the more they push back. It's kind of like tug of war. Let's look at it as a tug of war. You pulling them like, stop doing that. Come this way. Come down this road. You pulling. You got your foot on the wall and you pulling. You know what I'm saying? But they pulling harder. They pulling harder. It's like a tug of war. It's you by yourself against a generation of dysfunction that probably go back from your grandmother, great-grandmother, passed on down. So you have to understand something. A lot of parents shouldn't have never been parents. The dysfunctional, when they say dysfunctional, let's find the word dysfunctional. Dysfunctional defined, not operate normal or properly. Again, dysfunctional, the definition term of dysfunctional means not operating normal or properly. Can you guys hear me with my mask? Wear your mask. Mask save lives, guys. Wear your mask. So, the human brain, in order to function, it has to work normally. Am I right? So, if the human brain is dysfunctional, you'll become dysfunctional. So, you have to understand something, guys. In some of our relatives, kinfolks, parents' head, there's a dysfunction where their field need to be ignorant, mean, loud, abusive, a naysayer, a doubting Thomas, a dream killer. Things of that nature. That's a dysfunction that is the norm to them. Some of you guys was robbed from your own childhood. Some of you guys have a talent, but your parent overlooked it. Didn't pass it on. And some parents, you know what? Some parents didn't have the money. Some of you guys are geniuses that should have been in the best schools. But sometimes the parents couldn't afford it. Some of you kids were gymnastics, artists, and I'm talking about portrait, drawing. Should have went to the best schools, best colleges. Could have got scholarships. But the dysfunctional mind of the parent, you show your kid, look what I did, look what I did, look what I did. I mean, the parents show their parent, look what I did. Look at it. You know what a lot of white people do? White people will take their kid drawing and put it on the window. I mean, put it on the refrigerator. My son drew that. My daughter did that. So, now you're an adult. You feel cheated. You feel robbed. You know, you're an adult now. It's okay to feel that way. But you're an adult now. You have the power to make a difference in the new generation that you bring in this world. You out there in Portugal, Mexico, New York, New Jersey, California, Australia, Europe, Asia, Africa, London, Gatlow, Scotland, Detroit. All right? You, the new generation, have the power to break the generation curse of dysfunction. Some of your parents should have never got together. Some of your parents had you for dependence. Some of your parents should never got together. Can I be honest with y'all? Some of us could have been an accident. So when the kids was born, the parents scratched their head. Well, we got to feed them. We got to put a roof on their head. And what most parents don't understand, there's more to raising children. Feed them is important because you got to feed them. Putting clothes on their back, you got to do that. And putting shelter over their head because kids didn't ask to be here. But more importantly, you have to raise your children. Raising them, like Malcolm X said, any man can have a baby. But it takes a father to raise that baby. Any mother can push out children. Any woman can push out children. But it takes a mother to raise a child. What's the definition of dysfunction? Not operating normally or properly. The brain function of some of these parents out here in the world is not operating normally. Bipolar disorder, personality disorder, schizophrenic. I have seen women smack kids in their face. Smack them in their face. I've seen it. I have seen and heard parents cursed out children. Kids, cussed them out. I have seen women smack the crap out their kid. And then when they cry, you better fix your face. You better shut up. Papa was a Rolling Stone. Mama was on crack. Dysfunctional. Some of our parents has an undiagnosed mental illness, guys. And the fact that the dysfunction is operating in their brain, then they got to raise children too. Narcissism. Narcissism is a mental disorder. Did you know that? Let's look narcissism. Are y'all ready for this? Because this is for my subscribers out there worldwide. Thank you out there. If I didn't share out your city or whatever, I love you guys. You know I love you guys. I just want to get out there. Wear your mask, people. Wear your mask. Right now, I can feel the spit inside my mask. The importance of wearing the mask because you don't want the particles to float in the air and you want to keep it to yourself. Keep your spit to yourself. All right. Narcissist. You ready? A person who has an excessive interest in or admiration of themselves. Let me read it again. Narcissist, a person who has an excessive interest in or admiration of themselves. That's why you see parents, women walk around with clothes and their kids look like. That's why you see fathers riding around with rims, 24s, grown men, and they don't pay child support. There are many videos out there, guys, but the dysfunctional is with the brain. The brain had to operate 100% to work. If there's a dysfunction in the brain, it won't operate properly. Because your brain is a thinking tool. It's a sponge. If you don't use it, you will lose it. You watching this video have the power to make that change to save the next generation. You have to focus and put your energy into your children and have them understand we can't go over grandmother's house. Why? Because she's dysfunctional, son. We can't go over granddaddy's house. Why? He's crazy, son. We can't go over Auntie Sarah's house. I mean, no, that's my girl in Texas. We can't go over Regina's house or cousin Sally's house or cousin such and such. Shout out to Lady Texas' house. You can't go over there. You can't do it. Because when you separate yourself from a dysfunctional group of individuals such as your family, you take your kids, you move away. You take your wife and kids, you move away. Then you label as bougie. You think you all that. Who you think you are? No, I'm trying to save my children from your dysfunctional selves, because what's going to happen, the cousins is going to kick your kid's ass. They're going to mistreat them. They're going to dog them out. They're going to try to turn your kids against you. They're going to get them in a circle and try to convince them that your daddy is wrong. Your mama wrong. Your mama wrong. No. Once your children get older, they can think for themselves. And then you let them go over there and they come back like, damn, Dad, they pretty effed up. You think? Now, don't get me wrong. If you're a good parent, you're a good mother, you're a good father, and if your child goes out and do their own way and they go to jail, that's on them. That's not on you. There are some children who inherit the dysfunction. Like, for example, if I have children, I broke the generation curse. I can have 5 children, but 2 or 1 out of that 5 gonna be like the rest of the family. Why? Because it's in the DNA. And it will be up to me to help my child break that dysfunction. If that child choose to go that route, that's on that child as he get older. You understand? There's a security officer who died in Flint, Michigan. A security officer. Why? Because a woman who attempted to go inside a Family Dollar didn't have a mask. Her daughter had a mask, a little young daughter. The security officer who was killed told the lady, you cannot enter the store without a mask, ma'am. Protocol, sorry. She went off on that man, spit on that man. The man turned her away. The woman went home, told her husband. The husband went up to the store, didn't ask what happened, didn't bring the wife up to ask her, didn't ask the manager what happened, and shot and killed the man. Shot him in the back of the head, killed him. The dysfunction part about this is, you married a man that was dysfunction. You exposing your daughter dysfunction. The daughter in her mind is saying to herself, Mommy, why don't you just wear a mask? Or the daughter could already be dysfunction. So now, the mama in jail, the husband and the other guy on the run, and you just expose your daughter to dysfunction. Before you have children, I look like Scorpio on Mortal Kombat. Get over here. You have to marry someone equally yoked. You have to marry someone equally yoked. Forget about looks. Forget about her ass. Forget about her face. Forget about his status, ladies. Forget about his abs and six-pack. You have to marry someone that's equally yoked. You have to marry somebody that you're going to work together. You can't marry a woman that's dysfunctional and you're functional. You can't marry a man that's dysfunctional and you're functional. You have to marry somebody that you're going to build a generation of clones of you that's going to live for another 100 years. As a parent, if you die, your seed lives on, but you want to make sure your seed grow and prosper. Your job as a parent is to educate that kid, make sure that kid is health, wealth, all that good stuff. You educate them on how to survive once they leave the house. That way they won't be running around here like a bunch of damn wild animals in the streets, because these kids out here don't have that structure. They don't have that father come slap them off the head, get your ass off this corner, boy, and tell them niggas what? That's my son. What? Get your ass in the house. A lot of kids don't have that. It's not your fault. There's an old saying. If you was born broke, that's your parents' fault. If you die broke, that's your fault. What I'm saying to you guys is, you may be born a dysfunction, but you don't have to die and pass off dysfunction. If you don't use it, you'll lose it. Use your brain. Your kids is not a dependent. Your kids have feelings. Listen to your child when they telling you something. Listen to your daughter if someone touches them. Watch people when they have around your children. If your kid tell you something that happened to them when they was at somebody's house, you listen to them and you back them up 100%. Don't brush it off. Don't say, I have a quick temper. I have a very quick, oh my God. I have a temper. I do. Especially when it comes to my babies, my little cuz. I got a young lady in Mississippi, 16 years old, calling me because she don't believe the bullshit that the family's saying about me. She calls me on my phone and talks to me. Sneak and talk to me. Because she know it's BS what they saying about their uncle. I don't see what y'all see. That man keep it 100. All right. I just want to share that with somebody out there that's an adult that's going through something. You know, just because you don't have a good job, you're still a father. Just because you don't have a fancy car, you're still a father. You're still a man. You teach your kids that how to be men and women. Young lady out there, you still a mother. You have to respect and represent yourself as a woman, as a mother. If your kids go out of that, that's not on you. If you, a parent, did everything you could for your children, and some kids go their own way, and that's fine. There's the force. There's the dark side, and then there's the force. Some children like the dark side. That's not on you. Don't put that on you. You did your part. Like, share, subscribe. This is one of the realest conversations I have to have, guys. The mental dysfunction. Dysfunction is the mental of the brain, because their brain not working. When you see family members doing stuff that's messed up, that's a dysfunction in the brain. The way they thinking is dysfunction. What they doing is normal to them. And the minute you say, this is nuts, they're going to kick you out. This is your light one, a.k.a. God's child. Thanks for watching. Do me a favor, guys. Smash that like button. Smash that subscribe button. More videos coming soon. Wear your mask, guys. Protect yourself. Wear your mask. I'm glad to try to keep it. Peace and blessings, guys. I got to go. Thanks for watching. Peace.